Welcome to the Insomnia Project. Sit back, relax, and listen as we have a conversation about the mundane. One thing that we can assure you is that our conversation is going to be less than fascinating, shall we say. We just want you to sort of be able to listen and relax and drift off. Listen and sleep. In fact, follow us on Twitter at Listen and Sleep. That's the @ sign. Listen. Write out the word and followed by sleep. At Listen and Sleep. I'm your host, Marco Timpano.
And I'm your co-host, Nidhi Khanna.
Nidhi, this week I had my tires. I had some all-season tires put onto my car. And I got that done. All 4 tires were replaced at the mechanics. And it's always interesting to sort of see your car up on the lift. I don't know what it's called. I know it has a name. It's escaping me. But
so, Marco, before we go any further, I think we should explain to our listeners who might not change tires on a regular basis.
Sure.
As to why we do that here in Canada,
I see. Yeah,
particularly. So we put on our winter tires.
Right.
Probably around November, I would say.
I would say so. Yeah, that's ideal.
And then we keep them on our cars until about April. You seem to be a little late, maybe. I don't know. April, May. You can push it to May.
Yeah, I'm late because I had to. So all season tires are tires that you can use throughout the year, and they have good traction, so they're meant for all weather. Whereas what we call snow tires or winter tires are meant for your car in really bad weather that has sleet, snow, and slush, so you don't slip and slide, for people who live in warmer climates who happen to be listening to our podcast, and we welcome you.
We do. And Marco, now I use winter tires.
Okay.
Because I drive quite a lot in the winter on the highway.
Sure.
And for many years I didn't use winter tires because here in Toronto, Ontario, it's not mandatory to have winter tires. And so you can use your all-season tires or your regular tires all throughout the year. However, in Quebec, in Montreal, where I'm from, as you know, you must have winter tires. It's the law. So you have to change your tires from your all-season tires to your winter tires.
I see. Oh, and that's
and there goes the pen.
I like to drop pens. You know, Nidhi, tires are so key on any vehicle that you drive, whether it be a motorcycle, a scooter, a car, a bicycle. Tires are key. And we have a good friend, Dale, whose father is a mechanic, and said to her, it's just this little bit of rubber between you and the road, so it's important that you have good tires.
Good advice.
And tires for the season. And
is that Mr. Boyer?
Yeah,
Mr. Boyer. Good advice, yeah. Mr. Boyer.
He is wonderful gentleman, and he, after I heard Dale say that, and I looked to him often with my mechanic questions because he is a mechanic, and he is so wise and sage with regards to it, as is his daughter. But after she mentioned that to me, I am now a stickler to ensure that I have good tires that are right for the season. And you know, Nidhi, it's important to find on your car, oftentimes it's in the door. So when you open your front door, or the driver door of the vehicle, on the side panel, it'll say the type of tire, the size of tire that is ideal for your car.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you were saying, though, now, I digressed quite a bit there, but your car was
we sent a shout out to Roger Boyer. So Boyer.
There we go.
And that's important.
Is it Boyer or Boyer?
You know,
I always wonder.
I know Dale. We'll have Dale on the show, and she'll answer to that. So let's keep our listeners.
Because the Quebecois in me is saying Boyer.
which it probably is, and then the Anglophone or the anglicized version of it is Boyer here. So,
well, we shall find out. Stay tuned. But your car was on the car lift, you were saying. I'm going to call it
the
car
lift,
lift.
the jack. No, it wasn't a jack, but yeah, the car lift. Let's call it the car lift. I'm sure. And if you're a mechanic who wants to chime in,
by all means,
please listen and sleep on Twitter. Let us know. But it's on there, and your car seems so helpless when it's on there, and you know it's being taken care of, because it's important to have a mechanic you trust, I believe. And you see your car up there with its wheels off, and you feel I felt a little bit bad to see that, knowing that new wheels were going to be on. It's kind of at the car doctor or the mechanic, and it looks helpless up there. And, you know, a car does so much for you. And
do you name your car?
I have in the past, but this car I didn't name it. I wonder if Amanda named it. What about you?
I do name my cars.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on my second car.
Okay.
So my first car was named Yuri, because he was a Yaris. So
Okay.
Yuri the Yaris.
Yeah.
And then right now I have Mitsumi the Mazda.
Okay.
So I go for, I don't know, those are the two names that I've had for my cars. How about you? What has been some of the names that you've had?
I had a Honda, and I called it Samsara.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a makeup line or something, but that's not. I don't know where the name
actually,
came from.
you know what Samsara is?
No, I don't. I know because it's something funny, because when I told somebody that was the name of the car, they were like, "You named it after the."
Yeah, it's like in Hinduism.
Oh.
Samsara is like, if I'm getting this correctly, is the cycle of rebirth.
Okay.
And so you're always trying to break the cycle of rebirth. So you're trying to break samsara through your dharma and your karma.
Well, it certainly got broken by the end, my car. And then, so that was the name of that car. And then this car that we have, I don't think has a name.
This is your Kia.
Yeah, the Kia. So we'll see what I don't know if Amanda named it. She may have named it. Now we tend to name things after the color of it. So, for example, we have a couple of things that we've named inanimate objects. We have a Samsonite luggage that we call the Yellow Monster.
Ah.
Because it's a large luggage, and true to form, you could do anything to this Samsonite luggage and nothing would happen to it.
Well, it's a Samsonite.
You know, I have to say, best luggage in the world. And I only say that because we bought other luggage that has a good reputation, and I won't mention who they are, but
I think I remember this.
Yeah, they proved not to be great. So we have Yellow Monster.
Okay.
And then there's a couple of other things that
you name.
That I name, and I'm trying to think, like it'll often be like, you know, something blue, and I'll be like, oh, turn on the blue Melvin, and it'll be the lamp or something, right? Yeah, so there's things like that. I tend to do that.
Now, do you find that these names of inanimate objects just sort of come to you? Or, so I just sometimes will get, with my cars, for example,
Sure.
It just came to me. Yuri.
Right.
Mitsumi.
Right.
I can't explain it why it went that way, but it just sort of came. Or did you have a particular name, like Melville?
No. It's funny because it'll just, generally speaking, I'll take a color and a person's name, random person's name, and I'll put them together. And then if it's a workhorse of an inanimate object, I'll say the blue monster, or you know the red monster for the vacuum we had or whatnot, right?
Fair.
So it's very random. But
how did you feel once the car tires were put on your car?
Oh.
And you were driving it on the road again?
It was great. I could just tell they were. It was funny, Nidhi, because they were high quality, not inexpensive tires that I bought, and I certainly felt the difference as soon as they were on. I could tell they were good tires, just the way they hugged the road. Have you ever changed the oil in your car? Do you know how?
Myself?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I always go to a mechanic for that.
Do you know how to put oil in if you need oil in your car? Where to go?
No, oh, absolutely not.
Okay, well, I'll teach you.
You'll have to teach me that.
I think it's important to know at the very least that if you ever are low on oil or there's some issues with your car, you should know a few basics.
Do you know how to change your own oil?
No, I've never changed the oil, but I have changed a battery out. Like I've taken a dead battery out and put a new battery in.
Ah, okay.
I have what do you call it now? I can't think when your battery dies and you have to jump.
Jump.
Do you know how to jump?
I do know how to do that.
Do you have cables in your car?
I do not have cables in my car.
Your birthday's coming up?
My birthday's coming up. I also feel like it's always a good line to use on a good-looking guy if you're ever stranded.
Okay.
However, that can also go south quite quickly.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's a good. I don't think that's. You need good jumper cables in your car.
Cables?
You need to have like a little, car kit in your car that has jumper cables in it, that has either a flare or one of those sort of reflective signs.
See, I don't feel like I would ever use a flare. I never go anywhere that I would use a flare for.
But that's why you have it, so that you, in the event that you should ever need it, you have it. But hopefully you will never have to use it.
Wouldn't you use a cell phone instead of a flare?
Well,
Okay. For our listeners to understand the look that I just got from Marco, it was one of both disdain and incredulous.
Well, it's just because the flare is used to, highlight that your car is in trouble, so that cars hit it, and should an emergency vehicle have to come, they know exactly where it is. It's not, to necessarily draw attention.
Okay.
But we'll go over all those things, you and I, just for car safety for you. But
I can put the windshield washer in the right tube.
Great. That's awesome. So putting in the oil isn't much harder than that.
Okay.
So if you can do that, you can put your own oil in there. And you know what's funny is that Dale, my friend Dale, she has shown me and walked me through many different things I've had to do in my car. So I certainly don't want it to seem like, oh, I'm a man, I'm going to show Nidhi, because it was certainly a woman who showed me quite a bit with my car. So
and I fully admit that I know nothing about car maintenance in any meaningful sense. I can't change a flat tire.
Okay.
I don't know how to do that. Is that something you know how to do?
Yes, you could. You just haven't.
No, yes, exactly.
So,
I could. I just don't know how to.
Very well. Then we'll show you how to do that as well.
Perfect.
So we'll get some mechanic skills in you. I've had to be a bicycle mechanic. I used to be a tour guide with bicycles, and so I've had to deal with bike mechanics. And once, Nidhi, it's interesting. Once you jump in there and deal with something in a mechanical way, it makes you realize how much you can actually do, and how, I don't want to say easy it is, how possible it is.
Right. Fair enough. Now, to be honest, Marco, part of it is, yes, I can do it if I knew how to do it.
Right.
But do I want to do it?
Well, sometimes it's not a question of wanting, but having to do it. So because when you need to do it, you're like, I wish I knew how,
this
right?
Is true.
So we'll make sure you know
true.
how. And so it's important to maintain your vehicle, whatever you drive, whether it be a car, a motorcycle, a bicycle, a boat, a pair of roller skates.
That's true. Skis.
Skis. Do you have skis?
I used to when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do all the winter sports. Skiing, skating. I guess those would be the two big
sledding,
winter sports.
Snowshoeing.
Snowshoeing I've only done once, actually.
As have I. I've only done it once.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I feel like it was one of those things that growing up in Canada as a kid, you invariably took a class trip in the winter to learn how to snowshoe.
100%.
Right? Or to sugar off. Like, do the sugaring off. Did you guys ever do that? Where you would have like they called it cabane à sucre.
Okay.
Where you
yes.
would have the ice, like a bed of ice,
Mm-hmm.
and then they would take the sap from the maple tree and put it on the ice, and then you would take the popsicle stick and roll the sap. Or
Yes, I
maple
have done
sap.
that. And then you have a little sugary treat on the end of a wooden stick with snow. It's a cold,
Yes.
warm, sugary treat. Yeah.
When you walk into a Burlington, you're walking into amazing prices and great styles. That's main character energy. Because at Burlington, the wow deals aren't the only thing turning heads. Find fashion, the best brands, new trends, and so much more for every room in your house. Go ahead, you deserve these deals. But seriously, with these savings, why shop anywhere else?
Burlington deals, brands, wow.
I once skied in Aspen, Colorado. And it was one of the scariest things I've done in my life.
Are you a big skier, Marco?
No, and that's why.
Okay,
And
I was
that's
going
why.
to say, of all the years I've known you, I haven't really seen the skier in you come out.
No, but
so you learned how to ski in Aspen?
no, I didn't.
Okay.
Certainly didn't. This was not that long ago.
Oh.
This was not that long ago that I was in Aspen for work. And so I brought my skis and I was like, I'm going to ski in Aspen. Why not? Like, playground to the rich and famous.
Great.
Needless to say, I got to the top of the mountain, Nidhi, and I was like, when is this chairlift going to stop? And it just didn't. And I was on a mountain, on a proper mountain. And then I was like, where are the easy hills? And they were like, what do you mean? I'm like,
You took the wrong chairlift.
no, there is no easy hill. It's you just
fair.
get down, and it's like there's no
green circles.
green circles. Is it all black diamonds? And they're like, you're skiing in Aspen, right? I'm like, oh no, what have I done? It took me hours to get down, and I was petrified. But it was a great lesson, and I skied in Aspen. What can I say?
There you go, and you're here and well and able
To tell the tale.
Exactly. Exactly.
But I do enjoy going to ski or do those winter sports and stuff and just be on gondolas and things. I do like that. Like that. And
Well, we should go up to a ski hill and ski, but perhaps record as well.
to a chalet at the top of the
Yes.
hill. I love that idea while the snow is gently falling
Yes.
and piling up. That'd be great. That would be really great. I have a collection of baseball cards. And I have no idea what the value of them are. And I bought them in a shoebox at one of these donation centers years ago. And they're in my basement and I need to get rid of them.
So, the obvious question here, Marco, is what made you buy them in the first place?
Nidhi, there was something about them that caught my eye, and I thought there could be great value in them. And then I bought them, and
From the shoebox in the discount Goodwill store.
yeah,
Okay.
because sometimes there's hidden treasures, and perhaps I saw something about a hidden
Sure.
treasure, so I saw them, and I'm like, I'm gonna get these baseball cards, and I'm gonna sell them for a fortune, even though I paid $3 for the box.
Amazing.
And in my basement, this set. So, do you have any collections or peculiar things like that you have acquired or
So-
made for yourself?
Oddly enough, in my family home, we still have the collections of pottery artifacts that I created and my brothers created, when we were at school, and you'd create sort of like a cup and a saucer and bring it home to your parents, and they would say, thank you, it looks beautiful, and then you look at it again as an adult and you're like, what is this? How could they have drunk anything from this? It's pretty atrocious,
Right.
jagged. But recently I actually took a 1 hour pottery course as part of a team building exercise. And so we were supposed to make a mug, and being an adult,
Right?
we just had to follow the instructions.
Okay.
So they taught us how to cut like the clay so that we had the base, and how to take the rest of the clay and make the sides and how to...
Was it on a spinning wheel? Were you on?
No,
Okay.
it was like handmade. And how to mark the clay with X's so that it fits in, both sides of the clay fit in together, and you have to wet one side so that it sticks, essentially, and grips. Okay, so...
That makes no sense to me.
No, it's almost like you need to see it.
Okay.
Well, when you see what was produced, you'll understand why it makes no sense.
So, let me see if I got this
Okay.
right. You make the base or the bottom of the cup that you're going to make into a mug. Is that correct?
Correct.
And then?
And then you take...
another piece of clay.
Another piece of clay.
To create the sort of walls of the
Yes, but it's
mug?
one rectangle.
Okay.
Right?
Are you making a rectangular cup at this point?
No, but it's like, it's going to be a rectangle.
It's going to be like a box before you smooth it out, is that correct?
No.
Okay.
It's because it's a circular base.
Right.
If you then cut a rectangle in the right diameters,
I see.
when you put the rectangle on its length, I guess,
Okay.
and it becomes a circle, it becomes a cylinder.
I see. So you cut a piece of rectangular clay, which you then fold around into a circular pattern on top of your round base?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
I knew we'd get to the...
We got there in
to
the
make
end.
sense.
And then you take a toothpick, let's say, and you...
Score?
Score, that's the word. Thank you.
No
You
problem.
score the bottom and put a little bit of water on the part that you scored, and then you add the cylinder component to it to create the mug.
Okay. And then I would assume you add the handle to it?
You add the handle,
Okay.
which is a whole other...
Ball of wax?
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Ball of clay?
Ball of clay, you got it. Needless to say that, and then you paint it, of course.
Do you have to glaze it?
You glaze it.
Is it
correct.
glaze then paint, or paint and glaze at the same time?
I think the glaze was the paint.
Okay, fair.
The tinted glaze.
Sure, that makes sense.
Does it?
Yeah, I think
Marco.
I think a lot of glazes can color the pottery that you're doing.
I think it was because also what you painted, or sorry, what you glazed, the color wasn't the same, was different from what came out of the oven.
Okay.
Was,
the kiln.
yes. Thank you.
No problem.
Clearly you've, you know your pottery lingo.
Well, let's just say I've seen Ghost a few times.
Fair.
No, but I've always been fascinated by it, so I'm just curious.
Well, you shouldn't be curious about this because when I got the pottery back a few weeks later, because it went in the kiln and
Right,
they
it has
did
to,
whatever
all
they
that stuff,
did,
sure.
it looks like the same cup that I made when I was 8 years old.
Amazing. Could we get a photo of this modern day
Absolutely.
adult?
Absolutely.
Can you drink from it? Does it hold liquids?
You know what?
Hot
I've
liquids?
been too afraid to actually put liquid in there. I've been using it as a pencil holder.
Okay. Well, that's not fair to your pottery that you've made. You've made it to drink out of, so
You're right.
you should
I
put some
should.
hot water
Yes,
in there.
I'll put some hot water. I'm a little afraid to test it out, but I'm willing to do that for the Insomnia Project.
There you go.
The big pièce de résistance on this cup is that I managed to put my initials on it with 2 separate pieces of clay.
Oh.
So I was able to carve an N and a K and slap them on this
Wow.
mug.
It sounds hideous. Like
It's
it just
horrible.
gets worse.
It really is.
Awesome.
You have to see the coloring for it to
And
really...
was that your design feature? You're like, I think I'm going to slap a big N and a big K on mine.
Because the reason was
Okay.
that I figured if it did turn out to be usable and drinkable,
So you knew going in that it was going to be a bit of a train wreck, it sounds like.
absolutely.
Okay.
I have many strengths, but pottery is not one of them. However, I thought if by some miracle it worked out, then at least I would always know when I was in the office which mug was mine, because it would have my initials on it.
Right. And would you feel proud to bring your mug into the office? and
Oh, it's
drink
in
from
the
it?
office.
Oh, it is in
It's
the
in my
office.
office
Okay.
right now. Yeah, it's there. It's there. And then to make it even better,
Oh, right.
I carved my signature into the bottom of the mug.
So where
where you drink from.
Okay.
So when you're drinking and pouring the liquid, it's my signature
that's
place.
great. Just so people knew.
Just in case. Yeah. It's pretty hideous.
Well, there you go. You know, sometimes the art is in the ugliness.
Oh, sure.
I have a tie that I bought because it was one of the ugliest things I've seen. And I was like,
Amazing.
I have to own that tie because it's so ugly. And it's one of my favorite ties, actually, because it was ugly to me, but when I wore it, I got a lot of compliments on it.
What made it so ugly?
I don't know. I thought it was the colors. It was like orange and gray combination. Like
Oh.
orange. It was like orange vertical stripes or horizontal stripes with gray in between. So it was kind of like
That doesn't sound too bad.
I didn't think it was. I thought it was pretty hideous, but I bought
Okay.
it and I wear it, and
People love it.
people love it. So you never know, right?
There you go. I
Beauty
guarantee you it's
is-
not going to be that way with this mug.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So we'll have to see a picture of this wonderful piece of pottery that Nidhi has designed. I've always wanted to take a pottery class.
You should.
You're certainly
I support
Yeah,
that.
fair enough. Fair enough. You know, I love seeing. You know, when you go to different places, you see the different types of pottery that land or that city does. I know we were in Detroit and we went to this like Art Deco type pottery place that made little I shouldn't say little, but they made tiles.
Okay.
And they have all kinds of. I think they made vases and plates as well. And it's called. I can't remember the name of it, but I'll figure it out. It's like Public or something like that. Yeah, it's like got a weird, an odd name. I'll have to look it up. But we definitely bought a little. It's not. They've been doing it since like 1915 or something, and we bought a little tile. It's really quite cute.
Well then. With that being said, we want to thank our listeners for tuning in today to this episode of the Insomnia Project. As always, you can find us online and tweet us at Listen and Sleep. We are produced by Drumcast Productions, and this episode was recorded in Toronto, Ontario. So until the next time, see you soon.